Here's a breakdown of this VFX video that I've made. The original video looks like this. This was probably one of the simplest VFX videos I've made since there were not too much elements added to it. Initially, I was afraid of it being too boring, so I added a tiny bit of camera movements to the start. This will not only make it slightly more interesting, but also have more information for the 3D camera solver. The process for creating this video is pretty standard. First of all, I did the tracking using a 3D tracker, which provided me the places to accurately place the clock behind me, in the area below the mirror, and the area above the mirror itself, which I also used as the alpha for some of the elements. The roto was also very easy and straightforward to do due to the advancements in After Effects Roto version 2. Surprisingly, the most complicated part was motion graphics. First of all, I found it very useful to use posterized time for animating the second hand of the clock. I started with keyframing the rotation property, but then it looked too smooth. Also, I didn't want to keyframe the step-by-step animation, so I added a posterized time effect to make the second hand update the animation once every second. Something else that I did to make the motion graphics look more like neon lights was to use a wiggle expression on the transparency. And to achieve the most realistic part of a neon effect, I added the glows. But instead of using the typical glow effect, which doesn't really look realistic, I actually stacked multiple layers of blurred version of the motion graphics layers and changed the blend mode to additive or normal based on how it looks. Finally, I added some confetti and made them respond to the camera movements. Initially, I added them to the mirror section only for some magical mirror effect, but later I noticed that the top and bottom section of the video was too empty, so I layered it in front of everything so that it looks like I was surrounded by confetti. And due to how mirrors work, I didn't have to reflect the confetti footage horizontally, and it already looks natural. Overall, this VFX video has been very simple and quite interesting to make.